Hi everyone, this is going to be our video to warm up the wrists. It's important to warm up the wrists before we go into any of our yoga poses that have the weight on the hands, just to make sure that we don't get any injuries for the wrists. They're pretty delicate joints. This sequence is also going to be good for any time you've been doing a lot of writing or typing, or you feel like there's any tension in the hands or in the forearms. So the first one that I like to start with is just a basic stretch. You're going to start out with the right arm out in front, then the fingers down toward the floor. The left hand is going to hold on, and just deepen that stretch. Pull the fingers down toward the floor. On your exhale, make sure that the shoulder is relaxed. You're going to be feeling that stretch up into the forearm. When you're ready, flip the palm away from you. Left hand is going to hold on to draw the fingers down toward the floor. Releasing that side, circling the wrists a few times each way. Then we'll switch over to the left hand. Starting out with the palm facing toward you, the right hand is going to help draw the fingers down toward the floor. Relax the left shoulder blade down. And we'll flip the hand over. Palm is facing away from you. Try and keep the elbows straight. Draw the fingers toward the floor. Now this is the really important side. This is where we're stretching through the carpal tunnel, where we can develop a lot of tension, especially from doing a lot of computer work. Releasing, circling the wrists one way, and then circling the other way. So now, relaxing the arms down, we're going to take an exhale, drop the head over to the right side, like you're trying to bring the ear to the top of the shoulder. Deep breath, just let the weight of the head release over. We'll take an inhale, lift the left arm out to the side, and then press the palm away from you. You're going to feel a stretch down the shoulder and into the underside of that wrist. Now with your exhale, slowly start to lower through the left arm. Reach out through the fingertips. Try and feel that length down through the shoulder all the way to the fingers. And then release. We'll inhale, draw the head up to center. Drop it over to the other side. Taking 2 deep breaths here just to release the weight of the head over. On your inhale, right arm sweeps up, like you're pressing the palm against the wall. On your next exhale, slowly start to lower through the right arm, reaching out through the fingertips. And releasing that hand. Circle the wrists a few times. Now, we're going to start out with the arms right next to the sides of the body. On your inhale, sweep the arms up. We're going to reach the fingers out and away, putting a little bend in the wrists. On your exhale, arms sweep down, reach the fingers out toward the sides like you're pressing the palms into the floor. So a few breaths like that, getting a nice link with the breath and your movement. Inhale all the way sweeping up. Exhale, press the palms down. Let's do one more breath like that. And then we'll draw palms into the heart. So coming into prayer, exhale, release the shoulder blades down. We're going to rotate the fingertips down toward the floor. Gently draw up through the heels of the hands. But as you do that, make sure that the shoulder blades don't start to creep up. Stay nice and relaxed through the upper body. We want to start to feel a stretch through that underside of the wrist, right through the carpal tunnel. Inhaling, rotating the fingers up. Exhale one more time. Fingers point down, draw up through the heel of the hands. Shoulder blades stay relaxed. Inhale, rotating the fingers up. So now, gently start to press the fingers over to one side. Come back into the middle, press over to the other side. You're just focusing the stretch into one wrist and then into the other wrist. And then right into the middle. So we'll take an inhale, reach up through the fingertips, join the forearms together at shoulder height. Feeling an opening through the upper back. The shoulder blades are spreading out. On our inhale, open the palm of the hand up to the ceiling. Fingers are reaching out toward the sides. We'll open the fingers, spread the fingers out. Like you're pressing up toward the ceiling. Exhale, draw the fingers together, palms press together, drop down through the heart. Taking a deep breath at center. And we'll try that one more time. Inhale, reach straight up, the forearms join. Feel that opening across the upper back as the shoulder blades spread. Inhale, turn the palms up. Still squeezing the forearms together. Spread the fingers out. Exhale, join the fingers together. Press the palms together. Lower down to the heart. Now let's take the hands out in front. We'll start out with the palms facing up toward the ceiling. And gently turn out so that the thumbs are reaching down toward the floor. Try and keep the elbows glued right into the sides of the body. On your exhale, you're going to make a fist, turn the hands in to face each other, and then bend the wrist. With that wrist bent, take an inhale, open the fingers up, and then we can turn the palms back up to the ceiling. One more time like that. Start by turning the thumbs out. Pinkies are rotating up toward the ceiling. The arms are right along the sides of the body. We'll come up, make a fist, turn the hands to face in toward each other, bend the wrists in. Getting a stretch along the back of the wrist here. Open the hands, spread the fingers out, maintaining that bend in the wrist, and then we'll turn the palms up. And then you can release. Circle those wrists a few times each way, just keeping them nice and loose. And then we'll make a fist with each hand. Try and make some circles with the hand fisted. It's a little bit more difficult. And then switch, try circling the opposite way. And we'll come into the middle. Starting out with the palms facing down toward the floor, keeping the fingers fisted. We're going to bend the wrists down, and then bend the wrists up. So exhale to come down, inhale up. We're just isolating that movement right at the wrist joint. This time we'll take that same movement but keep the fingers open. Exhale, reach the fingers down. Inhale, reaching up. And then releasing. So for our next stretch, let's start with the right hand out in front. Palm is facing up toward the ceiling. We're going to take the left hand, reach underneath and grab onto that meaty part of the thumb. On your exhale, start to draw that thumb side of the hand down toward the floor. The pinky is going to rotate up toward the ceiling. And this stretch is actually working on the muscles in the forearm more than it is on the wrist, but that's another spot that we can get tension when we're doing a lot of writing or typing. Release that side. We'll take the left hand out, palm is facing up. The right hand is going to reach underneath. Grab the thumb, gently rotate it down toward the floor so the pinky is turning up to the ceiling. And then release. Circle out the wrists a few times each way. Let's take a couple more breaths with that Hasta Vinyasa. We'll exhale, press the palms down toward the ceiling, drop the shoulder, or down toward the floor, drop the shoulder blades. On our inhale, we'll reach up, point the fingers out, touch the back of the wrists together. Exhale, press down. Inhale, sweep up. One more time. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then you can drop the palms down to the heart. And then let's roll over to use our mat. So I wanted to show you something. So a lot of times when people have pain in their wrists, when we do any kind of yoga pose that requires you to put weight through the hands, one way that we can try to alleviate this is by taking the end of your mat when you're practicing, rolling it up, and then resting the heel of the hand on the edge of the mat. And what you want is for that first knuckle to be resting on the floor and the heel of the hand to be resting up on that roll of the mat. What happens is it's going to put less stress into that wrist joint because we're not bent as sharply. So you can see as soon as I put my hands flat on the floor, we have this 90-degree angle. So it's a very sharp bend compared to when we have that rolled mat underneath the wrist. It really takes some of the stress out of those poses. So you can use this when you're in plank, when you're in down dog, anything that causes pain for your wrist. So just something to keep in mind. We'll do one more little stretch for the wrists down here. So let's start out with the palms on the mat, fingers are facing back toward the knees. Now start out with your weight shifted forward a little bit so that we're not stretching the wrist too much. On your exhale, slowly lean back. We're getting a stretch through that underside of the wrist, through the carpal tunnel. Now there shouldn't be any pain or tingling or numbness in this pose. If you're experiencing any of those things, you want to come out of this. And that goes for pretty much any yoga pose. We never want to feel tingling or numbness because that's a sign that we're putting pressure on a nerve. Gently coming forward. Just turn the hands to the front. Now, being very careful with this one, we're going to flip the palms up toward the ceiling. Now, I don't have any of my body weight on the hands. My weight is shifted back and I'm pulling in with the abs so that I'm not putting pressure on the wrists here. And you're just going to start to circle the chest, feeling a little stretch through the wrists as you go through that range of motion. Now I'm going to rotate the fingers in toward the middle a little bit more, taking some more circles with the chest. And then one more time, bringing the fingers to point straight back toward the knees. Circling the chest. Again, not putting any body weight into the hands when they're in this position. Flipping the hands over.